this moment, y'all. Such a good feeling, that's where I wanna be. Locked in your prison of total ecstasy. You're so strong and you're so together. Next to you, there is nothing better. Always there to please you, always there when I need you, always there to love you, always there thinking of you. And if you wanna do it too, there's nothing better, baby, than being here with you. Alright, 'cause your love is a priceless treasure. Next to you, there is nothing better. Always there to please you, always there when I need you, always there to love you, always there thinking of you. Always, We ain't playing with y'all. I have always wanted to do that song. Always wanted to do that song. We were going to do it right before we got shut down in 2020. I had it all planned, so I was able to have my dream come true. So, before we go any further, and to allow us to catch our breath, this is a CD release party. There's going to be a lot of music, but y'all need to know the people who are involved with this project. And I'd like you to know that sooner rather than later. So my friend Mark Reed is going to take a few minutes, and we're just going to do brief interviews so that you guys can get to know Rhythm and Black a little bit better. And then the music continues. So come on. Just need a minute to set some chairs up. How y'all doing in YouTube land? I hope you're doing good. Yeah, that's a new one, YouTube land. There's a lot of folks looking, and I appreciate it. I truly do. They're going to come back. The chairs will come back. We just need them for like. Okay. Kim and Charlotte, get the, well, they need one of the mics.
Yeah, he's going to grab that.
Never mind. You know, I've never done a CD release, so bear with me. I don't know what I'm doing either, so. Here's the wonderful, legendary songwriter, producer, Preston Glass, y'all. And my favorite writing buddy.
All right. So, first of all, I don't want to get too close to that speaker, but we just want to get some introductions, and maybe I might want to do this Don Cornelius style. So, listen here.
Not Don Cornelius. Bet your bottom dollar.
That's right. Stone gas, honey. So, first, let's start off with the band and the singers here. Tell us who you are and what you do on the CD.
My name is Kim Thomas, and I'm one of the background singers.
All right, very good.
That fabulous voice you hear
All right,
all
Kim.
up on the CD.
And your name?
Charlotte Pope, and I'm one of the background singers as well.
That other
All right,
fabulous
excellent.
voice.
And you guys did a fabulous job.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Now, soloing back here, you guys probably heard that. I've seen this guy play the bass for a long time. This is one of the best bass players I know. Who's this?
Aaron Mason, bass player.
Aaron Mason. Man of few words, but he
Right.
talks with his bass.
Aaron, you got to tell them what's your nickname. What nickname did Preston give you at the recording session? Aaron.
I can tell him.
Yeah,
As
tell
funky as you want to be.
Fun. And that has proved to be true already.
Yes.
All right, so let's, my man on the drums back here. Who do we have back here on the drums? Lance Lee. Lance Lee. Give it up. We're going to talk to him a little bit later. A baby face.
There we go. Blake Morris on guitar.
All right, Blake.
Oh, my baby. My baby. He hates when I do that, but I'm sorry. I'm going
And-
to do that to the day I die or you die, whoever go
Mr.
first.
Saxophone.
This is Buddy McDaniel. on
Buddy.
Buddy.
saxophone.
All right, and over on keys, who do we have on keys?
Chris Wilson.
Chris
Yes.
Wilson, give it up.
Woo!
All right. Go ahead, Mo Better.
And of course, I'm Mike, but I'm known in the group as Mo Better.
Yes.
I handle a lot of the backline gear, equipment, sound, PA, and whatever else is needed. So I kind of am the catch-all guy.
Yes, he is.
And if I have to, I can step in and chair on the saxophone.
Is he trying to start something, buddy? Is he trying to start something? We might have to do a sax off one of these times.
So now, of course, a man who really needs no introduction, but we're going to talk to him a little bit tonight, and that is Preston Glass, legendary
Yes.
producer. We want to find out a little bit more about him.
Thank you.
Again, if you haven't gotten your CD, you're in for a treat, for sure. Lady COCO, Beside Myself. So just for a brief second, tell us where the concept of Beside Myself came and how did it all come together?
Well, you know, actually the pandemic finally allowed me a chance to sit down somewhere long enough to finish, you know, some songs. Some of these songs I actually wrote like 4 or 5 years ago and just never had a chance to make them come to life. So the pandemic actually gave us enough time, and Preston and I were talking, and I said, Preston, I got some songs, and he said, I probably got some music, and I handed him some lyrics, and I told him what I was feeling when I wrote these songs. This is a very emotional record for me, because almost every song comes from something that I went through. These are not just cold words, oh, that'll rhyme, that sounds good. These songs mean something. I don't know if you want me to go into it or you know.
Well, I was going to ask
Well, you can ask. But
No.
anyway, Beside Myself, because I was beside myself when I finally finished it. I was just happy, and, you know, it just seemed right to name it that.
Well, this is not your first recording, right?
No.
However, this is a first for you.
It's a first full album.
Yes.
Yes, I do have a couple of EPs that one is Stay in Your Lane, and the other is A Taste of Cocoa.
Yes. So now, I understand that you had a release before today,
Yes.
and that was in the UK.
Yes.
So tell us about that.
One of the songs on the album is called The Shape of Your Shadow, and it was released last Friday in the UK and actually all over Europe. The Warner X label released it, and from what I hear, they're loving it over there. We're going to do that song. That's one of the songs we're going to do this evening, so you'll have a chance to.
Now, see, that was my line. I'm supposed
Oh.
to say, are you going to come back and do another song for us? Now, the writer of that song, tell us something about, because I understand he's on the live stream right now.
Yeah, I'm going to let Preston talk about David Nathan, because you know him better than me.
David is a legendary journalist, but he's also a songwriter and a musician. And he and I have collaborated on a lot of projects. So when I started embarking on Lady COCO's project, I played him some of her past music, and he said, wow, I really like her voice, I like her expression. Remember that song we wrote together called The Shape of Your Shadow, and we've been looking for the right artist? That would be perfect for her. And I said, well, let me send it to her and present it to her, and she liked it and put her stamp on it, and he loved the way she did it, so that's how that became a single on a label that David has with Warner Brothers.
Excellent. It's number 2 on the CD. If you haven't heard it, again, you're going to be humming it for sure. So everybody, if you would, give up a good hand for David Nathan, who's in the UK right now. Thank you. All right, David. Thank you so much. And Preston, while we're at it, some of you already know Preston Glass, some of you don't. And when we say legendary, we're not kidding. We're not talking about around now, some of the artists that you've worked with, some of my favorites, George Benson, Whitney Houston. Tell us about what it's like to have that kind of a rich history and then to be on this project and what that meant for you.
That's an interesting question because I approach each project like these are like my children. You know, I want to give them my best. So what I appreciate about Lady COCO is she is a world-class songwriter. She doesn't just write songs about shake your booty or let's go to the club. Or, you know, she thinks about what she's saying, how it affects other people, and it usually relates to her life. And these are serious, personal songs. So I want to give it, you know, the best I can musically. Then her band takes that music and, you know, I've worked with Earth, Wind and Fire, a lot of great bands, and they're right up there. Rhythm and Black, let's give them a hand.
Yes.
Yes.
I
They're right
love
up there.
these dudes.
So while we're at that, I just wanted to let me talk to Lance here for a second, because we're talking about rich history in music. Preston, you go way back. If you look him up, Google him. If you find out who he's worked with, it's pretty amazing. But also in the building is Lance Lee. And Lance, tell us about some of the history of people that you've worked with.
Well, I had an opportunity to work on a Broadway show called Bubbling Brown Sugar as a teenager. And so I had a real heavy growth spurt at that point. And it was like at the beginning of my career. And then from there I took the show on the road. And so that was a 15-piece big band, Duke Ellington book. And so learning that at age 16, that really opened me up for a lot. And I was exposed to all kinds of music growing up. My father was really introducing a lot of jazz and a lot of classical music, and my mother was really feeding me a lot of R&B and was always in going to concerts and clubs at an early age and hearing James Brown and Al Jarreau and just a whole host of great artists, Sam and Dave.
So we can see where you got your music
Yeah.
instilled in you. And I'm going to ask you to go ahead and name drop.
Oh.
Yeah, because he's holding back.
Yeah.
Brumman is holding back.
It's a nice list. I mean, I've been doing this for 51 years now, and so Roberta.
I was over here doing the math.
Roberta Flack was someone that was very special to work with, and got a chance to work with Jeffrey Osborne for a long time. Really talented musician, great drummer. Diana Ross, just great to work with her. Did a lot of television work. The Osmonds were great to work with. Donny Osmond is a massive talent, you know. It's, you know, did a lot of stuff with dancers, with Debbie Allen, and who? Kenny G.
So many you're forgetting.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know.
Thank you so much.
Diane Reeves. I should let Mike run down the list.
He's getting rared up. Everybody give it up. Lance Lee. We're talking world-class musicians. World-class.
Yes.
So we've seen many of your shows, Lady COCO, and Rhythm and Black. What's it like? Because this is not only your band that you tour with, but this is your studio band as well.
Yes.
So what's that like to be able to have that kind of relationship and go in the studio and produce something that you're proud of?
You know what? I had no doubt that these guys were up to the task. You know, I had never recorded live with them. The songs that are on this CD, that's them playing live. That ain't like no track that I'm singing to. This is these guys playing live, and you can feel that. I think the feel really comes through. And so when we got to the studio, we recorded this in 4 days. Well, the work was afterwards. We recorded it in 4 days. And these guys came in, and they were ready. They were prepared. It was like this real cool vibe. in the studio, and I knew something special is going to come out of this. I didn't know what, but I said something special is going to come out. You could just feel it. You could feel it. So I love these guys to death. They know I don't take them for granted. You know, we fuss, we fight, they make me mad, and I make them mad, I'm so sure. But, you know, just like a family. You do that in your family. So this is my musical family, and I love them to death, and they all bring something special to the table. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. You got Mo Better right behind you. And
He brings something special to the table.
He brings something special to it. You know, he's a stealthy behind the scenes man. So tell me how the concept got started. I know you were there because, well, you and Lady COCO live in the same house.
Yeah, with the COVID situation in 2020, and a lot of activities sort of really kind of shut down. And so we found ourselves really having more time that we could spend towards development of music. And so Preston Glass had said after the EP project, which was about 4 or 5 years earlier, that the next project that we do should be a full-length album with live music. So that sort of was the goal. And then from there, it was all about how do we make this happen. So it took us about 4 or 5 years to finally reach that, and COVID really allowed us the time to do so. So she told me that she had about, 6, 7 songs ready to go in terms of that. So we sat down and just kind of gave a lot of thought to what would be on it. So you have the finished product there of which songs we chose and picked up. So there are some cover songs, but most are originals. Right. And then once that happened, and we got together with Preston and his team and came to terms, and then next thing you know, he said, okay, I've got the song, I got the lyrics, let me go to work. And about a month later, here comes Preston with melodies and music to all these songs that she had written to, plus additional songs that he offered and presented that could be on it. So once that was agreed to, then it was about then the musicians, and so we both were in agreement. Rhythm and Black should be the ones to do it. And so upon calling them and explaining the project and all, they all were all in, wanted to do it. And Preston, of course, gave us references, musically speaking, to give them something to hear and develop. I remember the conversation I had with Aaron, and I said, hey, Aaron, all I need, man, is just listen to it, and I need you to put your stuff on it, okay? So you're free to expand it and bring whatever you feel would be instrumentally sound and, develop the song, and they all kind of did that. So in the studio, it was just a situation where they all kind of got together and talked it and had ideas, and these ideas grew. Preston loved it, and he was giving directions, and they all had input. Here it is. Yeah. So that was pretty much the process.
Yeah, and I'm a bass man myself, so I heard Aaron Mason all through this, and I was like, oh my goodness. So you got to really check that out. But I figured that is presenting an interesting dynamic for you, Preston, because typically as a producer, you bring in the musicians that you want. But here you had a situation where Rhythm and Black was coming in, and you were working with all sorts of musicians, those experienced and those not as experienced. What was that? Was that a challenge for you?
Well, one thing about Lady COCO, she performs with Rhythm and Black a lot, so they're like a unit. So I said, why don't we did an EP together where the tracks were pretty much mine, and it was just us. But on this, I said, we got to get that unit, because that's what you do live, and we want to portray that live. So I've been fortunate to work with people like Earth, Wind & Fire, Pieces of a Dream, different bands. And sometimes live, of course, they're great, but in the studio, it's a different story. Of course, Earth, Wind & Fire we know is great, but other bands, they don't translate as well, because you got to be right on the money of what you're looking for, because it can only be recorded once, and that's what people hear forever. So these guys, I didn't know what they were going to be like. First day, second, well, really the first day, they were right on point. And I said, wow, these guys are great. They came up with great ideas, some ideas that really surprised me, some ideas I'm sure surprised them that I had based on their Lance can tell you about that. I'm wondering if tonight
That's
you're going
the
to do.
ongoing conversation.
Are you going to do the Cold Blue beatbox
Right,
thing tonight?
right.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
Are you gonna
we had
do
a lot
it?
of fun in the studio. You could probably tell. But what we came out with was something I was proud of.
Thank you. So now, one other thing I was thinking, because we did an interview earlier, a few weeks back with the entire band, and one person in the band did a solo on one of the songs. I think you've got some pretty heavy hitter guest players on the song as well, vocalists. Who else is on the CD?
Who are you talking to? You
Yes.
talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, so there is a duet on the CD, and I'm duetting with Eric Roberson. I don't know if you guys know who it is. If you don't, you need to. In fact, he just re-released his song yesterday. He's written one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard in my life. It's called Lessons. But Eric has a lot of music out. I met him some years ago on the Capitol Jazz Cruise, and somehow I became his mama on the cruise every year. He calls me Mama Coco, he texts me, and you know, we just have this thing. So a few years ago, Preston asked me to feel him out. You think he'd do a duet with you? I said, I can ask. So I asked him a couple of years ago. He said, of course, Mama, come on. Of course I'll do a duet with you. So I said, okay, I'll let you know. So when Preston called me one day, he said, can you give me like about 3 or 4 lines of you and Mike's story? And that's all I intended to write. But the next thing I knew, I had the whole song wrote. He said, I don't even need to do nothing else with this. I had the whole song written, and it truly is our story from the very first time I saw him. So when you hear that line in How Could We Know, that's a duet. When you hear that line and I say fine as wine back in 1969, just a face in the crowd, but to me he was screaming out loud. That truly happened in 1969. He was a face in the crowd at Dodger Stadium. Didn't know who the man was, but I was like, ooh. And yeah, so that song should have new meaning now when you listen to it. It truly is the story from beginning to now.
And you also have somebody on what I call as a hit.
Oh, Stay in Your Lane. That's the wonderful Will Downing, who's doing the backup chorus with me. We had recorded the song, and then Preston was like, I'm feeling like we need some bottom on there. And he said, you know, would you mind if I got Will Downing? I said, would I said, don't play with me, you know. And so he makes a phone call, and Will's like, well, shoot me the track. Let me hear it. He shoots him the track. You know, we work it out with the money, and like 2 hours later, Will was sending him the track back, because Will lives in New Jersey. So he did his recording in his studio in New Jersey, shot it back, and the rest, as they say, every time Will sees me, like if he's at a concert, it's his concert. If he sees me, he busts out and Stay in Your Lane. It's so funny. It's so hilarious.
I don't know if you've heard it. If you haven't, I'm telling you, that's a hot number.
Yeah.
Stay in Your Lane is hot. And again, I'm a bass man. Aaron Mason all over that.
Yes.
Yeah, nice little touches. But I want to go back, funky as you want to be, right? I want to go back to the Eric Roberson tune. Because on that, there is a solo that one of the band members does. I'm trying to remember who that is. But can you pass him the mic? Because I want to, yeah. So, can you introduce to anybody
I'm a
who
grown
may
man,
not know
okay?
who that is?
You gonna always be Blakey.
Yeah, no, you guys didn't catch that face when I call him Babyface. He was like, what? just inexperience. That's all. All these people up here. But listen, you played that. I don't know if you guys heard it, but if you haven't, I'm telling you. So there's a solo. Tell me about that solo that you played on that song.
So it's a guitar solo. On the scratch track, a reference track that Preston sent the band ahead of time, there was no guitar solo on that. And then we had a few days prior to we went to the studio. We got together as a band, rehearsal studio, to work it out live. And then Preston came to one of those rehearsals just to give notes or whatever. And I played it. And he's like, I like that. So I was like, all right, yes. Because that's,
Where did that come from?
The
Where
solo?
did the yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It came from the universe.
And
it
was
presented
green.
itself to me, and no.
Right.
No, I mean, that's the thing. Like, we were just kind of playing live. So in that situation, everything was sort of open. Like, the kind of how we work is like, you got an idea, try it. You know what I'm saying? If it works, it works. It doesn't. But there's like no judgment there.
Yeah.
And in this particular setting, it actually worked. So the day of recording, it wasn't like I hadn't written a solo. I was just kind of noodling at the rehearsal that Preston liked, and then he was like, okay, so we did the track, and then we took a break. So he's like, all right, we're gonna do your solo. So I think I did 3 or 4 takes that we recorded, and it was like the 3rd one. And then Preston's like, all right, listen, I want you to channel Brian May. You know, Brian May is a guitar player for Queen. So I was like, all right, I could do that. So I just played it, and he's like, we got it. I was like, I can get a better performance. Preston's like, we got it. He's like, we got it. He said, musicians, we'll take 20, 30 takes. He got a different ear.
Yeah.
Is to learn how to say no, or for the musician to learn how to stop. But because they'll play forever because they love their music. But producer, you got to know when that's the tape. Right?
Well, I'll tell you that was. Go
I
ahead.
just want to say about that solo. The day that he recorded that solo, I was not in the studio. So I did not know that was on the song. So when I'm listening to the songs when they finish, and I hear this solo, I'm like, what in the, I was so blown away. I was moved to tears because it's like that solo speaks, you know what I'm saying? So that was just an extra added treat. And then when Eric heard the song, he said, Mama Coco, he said, this is like the most beautiful song I've ever heard in my life. So for him to say that, meant a lot. So that song just really kind of came together in a beautiful way.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty special. So that's an impressive solo, and to say that that's your first, it's like Quincy Jones would say, it's ear candy. It really
Yes.
adds to the recording, no doubt about it. So
Yes.
if you haven't heard it, you probably want to check that out as well.
Yes.
So anything else you want to tell our worldwide audience today?
Buy my album. That's what no, I'm just kidding. Let me just say, I've gotten responses actually already from all over the country of people who had already bought the album, and they have reached out. They're like, this is making me feel some kind of way, and they're loving it, and it's taken them on an emotional journey, which is exactly what I wanted this music to do. So I appreciate the support that I've gotten thus far. I appreciate that you all are on this musical journey with me. Music, I say it all the time, is one of the greatest gifts our God has given us. Music is not going anywhere ever. So the music is going to, I already got other songs and I'm working on it. I got a song that's called Anchor. And this is how I wrote down to start typing. You said you wanted me to hold you down. No, you said you wanted me to have your back to hold you down, but you didn't realize for me to do that I had to drown. Deep, right? Now that may end up being like a.
Have you copywritten that phrase yet? Because it's gone.
Yeah,
it's gone.
Yeah. It's on my it's on my
somebody's writing that
laptop
down.
first. It's on my I can prove it. So more is coming. The music will never stop. I told Mike I probably got one good album left in me,
Yeah.
so we'll see. He has other ideas, but we'll see how that goes.
Well, we could talk all night.
Yes,
There's a lot of
and-
rich history up
yes.
here. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Preston Glass,
Yes.
Mo Better, Rhythm and Black. And are you guys ready for some more music? I know you are. Lady COCO, we thank you so much.
Thank you.
And so let's get them back together here.
So,
Lady COCO and Rhythm and Black.
yes, so what I'm going to do, because we've talked so much about these guys, I'm going to let them play a classic jazz tune. Classic jazz tune by Freddie Hubbard. It's a song called Red Clay. So let me say, welcome Rhythm and Black. And just when you think you're just going to hear one good song, we have a special guest with us in the house tonight. I don't know if y'all noticed. But I knew you was going to do that. You ever heard of this? You remember the song, Heaven Must Be Missing an Angel? Heaven must be missing. No. Anyway, one of the most wonderful, talented, soulful groups ever. We have one of the original members, and he carries the namesake of the group. And he was in town doing some work, and lo and behold, he agreed to come through and grace you all with a song. Please help me welcome to the stage Chubby Tavares. Chubby Tavares.
I was just listening to Buddy. Buddy, I don't know if you remember, I did a song with you with, what was his name? I always want to mix him up with Preston. His name, our producer, Freddie Perrin. We did a song with the Jazz Crusaders, and I believe that you were in that group at the time. We did a song called Good Night, My Love. And that was a one take. It was just a fantastic song, and we still do it in the shows. And Tavares are all brothers. That's where we get the last name from, family group. But we'd like to do this song. We just lost one of my brothers to the group, but he is up there watching me. And I'm here producing and singing with Mr. Preston Glass and his wife Gina. And but we're gonna do an old song for you and see if you enjoy this. Hello, baby. Hey, I bet you never thought I would call. Well, my heart just went in with this time, and I only get 3 minutes time. Hear me out now. I wanna make it as clear as I can. There's so much that I want to explain, and the final decision remains in your hands. Please remember forget. Whoa, there's a man on the phone, and he wants to come home to the woman he loved all along. Baby, no, I won't waste any time. When I hang up the line, I'll be back in your arms, where I know I belong. One more minute. Baby, let me pour my heart out to you, 'cause I've kept it all locked up inside. You just can't tell your own foolish pride what to do. So remember what I told you to forget. No, I won't waste any time. When I hang up the line, I'll be back in your arms, where I know I belong. If it isn't already too late, let me give you a reason to wait for the life that I'm begging to live. Will depend on the answers you give. Oh, hey, baby,
What I told you to forget.
Lord, there's a man on the phone, and he wants to come back. Yes, he's got to come back to the world. Hey, baby,
What I told you to forget.
Lord, I won't waste any time. I'll be back in your arms, where I know I said, I belong. Yes, sir. Thank you. The distinguished Miss Lady COCO. Thank you.
You ain't missed a beat, man. You ain't missed a beat. Give it up one more time for Chubby Tavares, y'all. Right? That's what tonight is all about, having fun, y'all. Ain't taking myself too serious. Yes, I am. No. So let's just have some fun right now. Do some songs you might recognize. potion for love. Telling him I'm sincere and that there's nothing too good for us. You know it, sing it with me. And I just got to be whispering in his ears my magic potion for love, telling him Don't we want to be free? You know, I tell y'all something about that song. What does she want to be free from? I ain't never figured that out. She talking about he make her happy. He gives her ecstasy. Well, why? What you trying to be free for then? I'm just trying to understand. I don't trust myself because this is a new song. I don't usually have lyrics up here, but this is a new song. This is a new song, y'all. Oh, they all in here. Man, buddy. We're going to take y'all a little Caribbean trip right now. I'm just going to let them kind of groove into it. Just, yeah, keep it going right there for a little bit. I kind of like that groove. Circle that back around. One of the songs that Preston wrote with David Nathan.
I hear your voice, but you're not here. I miss your tender words so clear. Gentle footsteps echo through my mind. Then your smile I see shining right at me. The shape of your shadow fades away from view. The shape of your shadow isn't really you. I know I'm just wishing you were here. I close my eyes, it seems you're right here in my dreams. I can remember vividly times that we laughed, just you and me. Misty winds that blow through our eyes, they linger around, and I find the shape of your shadow fades away from view. You know I'm just wishing, baby, the shape of your shadow isn't really you. No, I'm just wishing you were here. I close my eyes, it seems you're right here in my dreams. Forever in my dreams. Forever in my dreams. Forever in my dreams. Forever in my dreams. The shape of your shadow fades away from view. You know I'm just wishing, baby, the shape of your shadow isn't really you.
Preston, that's kind of a good song. Ooh, I need a napkin or something. My makeup is running in my eye. Lord have mercy. In a minute, I'm going to take the lashes off. I can only start off, cute. How it ends up is anybody's guess. That light right there, yeah, that's the one. Man. I know it's needed. It's a necessary evil, but I don't have to like it. Ooh. Ooh, child. So, this next song that we're about to do is very personal for me. So, when I did this song, I did it on Zoom a couple of weeks ago. I thought I was clear when I explained where the song came from. And then folks was texting me. They was sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss. And they did. So one of the people, I said, I couldn't sing this song if for real this had happened. This song is about what I thought was going to happen. And the emotions. You know how they say when you're about to die, your whole life flashes in front of your eyes? You've heard of that. Never understood that until now. Because that literally happened to me. When I thought that I was losing Mobetta. I hope I can get through this song. So Mike was in the hospital. He had a cut to the chase. Bottom line, he was hospitalized with multiple blood clots. Any one of them should have killed him. They don't even understand. I understand, he understand, we understand. They don't, the doctor's like, where it hit him, he should never have survived it. Anyway, he did, fortunately. But in the hospital, I had come up there to visit him. I was sick myself. I had just gotten out of the hospital the weekend before. I said, baby, we taking this togetherness too far. I'm in the hospital, not you in the hospital. What we doing? Anyway, so he had been in the hospital 2 days already. They had him on blood thinners and whatever. And I said, baby, I'm gonna drag myself. I got to come see you. So I did. And I was in the room with him. And they took him for a walk down the hall. And then they gave him a sponge bath. And they were about to put him back in the bed. And he said, can I just sit in the chair for a little bit? I've been in this bed for 2 days. They were like, sure. So he's sitting in the chair. He's on one side of the bed. He's in the chair. I'm in the chair on this side. We talking, he's feeling better. And then a friend of his called. They're talking. Why don't y'all kind of like do a little groove behind me? They're talking. See, I told you I drive him crazy. Anyway, all of a sudden, so they're talking, so I'm doing stuff. I'm looking for something in my purse, whatever. And suddenly I realized he ain't talking no more. So I look up. And he was slumped over in his chair, white as a sheet. He was. So when I tell you I let the most blood-curdling scream out, and I ran around the bed, I'm screaming. The nurse runs in. She's calling the code blue team. I'm in front of Mike. I got my hands on his shoulder. I'm shaking him like, if you ain't dead, You gonna be by the time I finish shaking you. So I'm shaking him, and I'm yelling at him, Mike, baby, no, ah. And it was in that moment that everything became very clear to me. In that 5 seconds, it was all crystal clear. I said, I need you. I can't do this without you. And all of our life just flashed. It really happened. It really happened. I'm going to talk myself into crying. Anyway, the only way that I could deal with my emotions, as with many things, I had to come home and put it on paper. Some people, you know, they run. Some people drink. Some people eat and drink and then run. I drink and then I write. And then I drink after I finish writing. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Anyway, I could not sleep. I could not rest. When I got home, I had to get it out of me. I didn't know what the song was going to end up being. Was it going to be a blues song, R&B, love song, I didn't know. I didn't care, but these words flowed out of me. And I told Preston the situation, and he gave me the music for Code Blue. I was trying to get a Code Blue sound effect, but we couldn't do it. So y'all just take your time with that groove, guys.
Without you is cold blue. Without you, it's just a cold blue, cold blue.
When I thought you were taking your last breath, it was a feeling I had worse than death. In that moment, it all became so crystal clear. I will always need you here, cold blue. Yeah, 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 cold blue.
Cold blue.
Let's never take for granted that tomorrow is not promised us.
Without you, it's just a cold blue.
Let's live each day as it's the end. You're my lover forever.
Without you, it's just a cold blue. Without you, it's just a cold blue, cold blue. Without you, it's just a cold blue.
Not today, Michael Morris. You ain't going out like this. We got some living left to do. We got some loving left to do. No, baby, no. Where is the cold blue team? Bring my baby back. Bring my baby back.
Without you, it's just a cold blue. Without you, it's just a cold blue, cold blue. Without you, it's just a cold blue. Without you, it's just a cold blue, cold blue. Without you, it's
I got through it. So, you know, it's not just about Mike, but if you listened to what I was saying, and I said, what did I say? I said, let's live each day as it's our last. What else did I say? It says, here's how it goes. It says, cold blue, let's never take for granted love. Tomorrow is not promised us or no one. Cold blue, let's live each day as it's our last. As it's the end, you're my lover and my friend. Without you, it's just a cold blue. Right? Right? How many of us have unexpectedly lost some people we love? Especially during this pandemic. They was here today and they was gone today. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that song is about. People you love, don't take them for granted. Tell them you love them. Even if you mad, whatever you mad about, you gonna be real mad when you can't be mad at them, and they ain't gonna know you mad at them. Now figure that out. Fix it. Every day, you scared to answer the phone. Right. You're scared to answer the phone sometimes. So don't take the fact that you are here right now, alive, loving, living, don't take it for granted. And that is my sermon for today. But I mean, for real. But, you know, so anyway, just let it go. Let it go. So, did you guys have a good time tonight? Did everybody get their cookies? There's some personal cookies. They have my face on them. You need to get your cookies before you go. And then also, I'm going to be signing CDs. That a CD came with your purchase of a ticket. Each couple gets a CD, and single folks get a CD. And so if you don't have it, we have them, but I would like to sign them. I'll be signing them in the back, and I think Chubby will be doing the same thing because he's got some. Oh, you look, I ain't trying to sign it right now. Come on. But I hope you all had a wonderful time. We wanted to share such a special experience in our lives with special people. And we appreciate that you all came. We don't take it for granted. Y'all know I never take it for granted. I'm forever grateful to everyone for your support. Tony, you learning them songs. You're going to be learning them songs. Tony's learning the duet since, Eric can't do it with me. You gonna do it with me one of these days. I don't know when, but you're going to do it with me. So we're going to do, Cold Blue is on the CD, Shape of Your Shadows on the CD, and we're about to do another song. Now, this song is not an original, but 20 years ago, Mike and I went to the Wiltern Theater to see Rochelle Farrell. She never said who was opening for her. We didn't care. We was going to see Rochelle. Like, we don't care who's opening for her. So we're sitting in the theater, and all of a sudden, we hear Rochelle's voice say, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome my friend Lettucey." And you could literally hear the audience say, "Who?" She had never performed here before. 21 years ago. I looked it up. I looked up when was Lettucey at the Wiltern with Rochelle. 21 years ago. And she came out, she shuffled out to the stage, and she came to the mic. She said, "I'm scared, I'm scared." So, of course, it was mad love for her right away when she did that. And then she proceeded to kill us with her vocals. So the first time that I heard this song was that night. That song, it grabbed me then, and 21 years later, it is still one of my very, very favorite songs. So we are going to close this evening with Take Time. This is a song for y'all. Take that back around. Sometimes your days get so long. A cup of coffee just to keep you strong. In rush hour and delayed, there's nothing to do but sit and wait. So many things are on your mind, yeah. The start of your day keeps passing you by. Oh, you want to find a place to escape. It's your life. You got to do whatever it takes. Yeah, yeah. Take time. Take some time to get away. To free your mind and fly away. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Take time to get away. Sometimes it seems everything is wrong, yeah. Endless hours, you're working so hard, yeah. In your fancy suits, exchanging business cards. Oh, sometimes it seems you just get away. Get tired of the days passing you by. Ooh, you wanna find a place to escape. It's your life. You gotta do whatever it takes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Take some time to get away. Free your mind. Free your mind. And fly away. Take time to get away. Yeah, 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 yeah. Free your mind and fly away. This song is about self-love, y'all. Because you know what? You can't take care of nobody else if you ain't taking care of yourself. You can't take care of nobody if you're running on E. Sometimes we need to say no to others and yes to ourselves. Listen to your mind. Listen to your heart. Listen to your soul. It'll tell you when you need to go sit down somewhere and take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Take time. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's alright to leave it there. It's alright to be there. Breathe a minute. Take a minute. Just relax and let it go. It's alright if you should know. Breathe a minute. Take a minute. Breathe a minute. Take time to get away. Take your mind and fly away. Take time to get away. Take some time and love yourself. Fly Nobody else don't do it for you. Ain't nobody else gonna do it for you. Take some time. Take some time. Free your mind. Take some time. Take some time. Say it with me. Take some time. Take some time. Take some take some time. Take some time. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. We hope you guys had as much fun as we did. Thank you again for coming. Thank you so much for your support. Could not do it without you. Once again, my fabulous band and backup singers on background vocals, Miss Kim Thomas. They sounded so beautiful. Charlotte Pope. These are some bad girls, and they support me, holding me up. On bass, Aaron Mason. On drums, the original LL, Lance Lee. On guitar, and my baby boy, Blake Morris. On sax, the man with the electric hips, Buddy McDaniel. And in the cut, the MD, master on the keys, Chris Wilson. Preston Glass, thank you once again. Chubby Tavares, thank you once again. We never take your support for granted, and humbly, as always, I extend my love to you, Lady Coco. Thank you so much. Take some time, free your mind. Take some time. Take some time, free your Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the evening. I ain't even gonna say you ain't gotta go home, but I ain't even gonna say that because you don't have to. Thank you so much. I'm gonna head to the back and prepare to sign some CDs, so come see me because you did buy it. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.